Hey everyone, happy Friday. Hello, hello. Welcome. I want to apologize. My washing machine's going on in the background and poor timing on throwing some laundry in, so little background noise. Sorry. Real life. Hi, Julie. Hi, Mom. All right. Hi, Tanya. I am so excited about tonight's. Oh, good. I'm glad you can't hear it. It's a little squeaky, so it's on the spin cycle right now. Hi, Fallon. Oh, Kathy. I'm so glad you're here too. Welcome. I am so excited about tonight's live. I've been waiting all week for this one. So it's finally here. Yay. It's kind of like Christmas a little bit. So, hello. Hi, Devana. Welcome. I hope you all had a fabulous week. And tonight we are working on Story 5 in December Daily. And this is going to be an interactive piece and documenting our hot cocoa bar that we did over the weekend, me and the kids. So what I have here is a few of the pieces, just to kind of show you how I got started, but then I'm going to pull over the rest of the project here. So I have this 6x8 photo that I took here of me holding my hot chocolate over the tree. So this is going to be on the left side of the spread. And then I actually cut out a coffee mug from my silhouette, as well as this little phrase, which I got to stick on here, that says cup of cheer. And it has this cute little Cool Whip on here. And this is actually going to be a booklet. And so I'm going to show you what I've done. I haven't put anything together. I've just cut it and kind of prepped it. So let's see here. I'm going to take these little words off so we don't lose them. So again, I got this cut file off of the Silhouette Design Studio store. If you have a Cricut or... cut files are easy to come by, so you could do any sort of hot cocoa coffee mug. Hi, Dee. Welcome. And so I have the red mug here in the front. And what's going to happen is this is going to be a hinge here, and it's going to hang on the ring inside the album. So when you go to look through the album, you can take it out and flip through it. So this is the cover. And then in between the cover, I'm actually going to have the journaling, and it's going to be a little interactive piece. And I'm going to show you how I put all this together. And this candy cane is going to probably stick to the back. And so this journaling is going to sit here in between the two spots on the, or the two pieces of the coffee mug. And then just to give you a quick visual of kind of my thought process here. And then so here's your whipped cream that's sitting on top. So you'll be able to pull this out and read the journaling, which is really cute. So that's that section. And so then you're going to flip over your booklet, and again, these will all be attached, and there's going to be your photos on the inside of your coffee mug. And so it's going to be a little booklet. So this is going to be your hinge, and then you're going to flip open and see your different photos of the hot cocoa bar. So I think it's going to be super cute when it's all done. Like I said, I've been so excited. I've been wanting to put it together, but I wanted to share the process with you guys. And so this is the back side. So this is the last page. And so, again, it will close, And I haven't figured out what I'm going to do on the back here, but you know, we can deal with that after the fact. So this is going to be paired with my photo, kind of sit in the album like this. So I'm so excited to put this together. All right, so let's go ahead and get started. I was curious too, for those of you who are doing December Daily, or any other albums for that matter, do you guys often do interactive pieces? Or you kind of like try and stick to the, you know, simple flat layouts, just out of curiosity? I try to incorporate a few every year. I think they're fun. It's a different way to go outside the box, you know. Gives you an opportunity to like be creative, you know, in a different way. All right, so I'm gonna put this together with some red line tape. This is gonna help it stay pretty secure. Red line tape is nice and strong. So I'm just gonna snip off some pieces here for the bottom. And then we're gonna do the side. And I'm not gonna do this in the middle because, again, we're gonna have that journaling card go down into the center. So we wanna leave this center part open so the card will slide in and out. I honestly have never tried. I've honestly never tried one. I'm going to. Yay! Good for you. You know, when I first started doing interactive pieces, I mean, I'm not very fancy with mine. I just started making like pockets or little flip ups, and then you get a little braver over time. So, and then you'll branch out. But that's always a good way to start if you've never done it before. Like, just do little booklets or opened windows. And Julie, I'm lucky if I can get a flat layout done. But I love them. Fair enough, Julie. I appreciate that. So the cup I made, thank you for that question. That's a really good one. It's a little over 5 inches. So it's like 5 1/4 inches tall by about 5 1/2 wide. And so what I did was I cut out the coffee mug and then I printed 5x7 photos, and then I used the stencil. I actually might have, well, maybe not. I used the outline of the cup from the cardstock that I took this piece out of, and I laid it over the photo, and so that way I could kind of see where it was gonna land. And then I took my X-Acto knife and I cut around, and that's how I got the photos to the size, the right shape and size of the coffee mug. So a little bit of labor of love. I did try to play around with Photoshop and doing clipping masks. I'm a little rusty in Photoshop. I'm a graphic design major, but I haven't used it in about 15 years or so. So, but I was playing around and I got the clipping mask to work partially, but I couldn't get it to work completely. So I just went old school and just hand cut it. But if you know how to use Photoshop, clipping mask is a good, easy way to get your photos to conform to a shape. So hi Christina, welcome. Welcome. We're doing an interactive flip book for December Daily. So yeah, so I printed out the photos to be 5x7, and then I cut them out with an X-Acto knife so that they fit the right shape of my mug. So it wasn't too bad. I just, you know, put some music on and cut away. So D is a fussy cutting fool. Yeah, I'm not afraid to fussy cut either, D. It really doesn't bother me. I was just hoping that I was really trying to work on my Photoshop skills. But, you know, after a while I was just wasting too much time, and I'm like, you know what? I could have had it done already if I just did it by hand. I love technology, but, you know, even when I was in school, like I was trying to figure out what I wanted to do, like for a career. I've always been into art, and I wanted to be an interior designer, but that didn't pan out just because of college and affording it and all that jazz. So then I decided to take a stab at being a graphic designer, even though me and computers didn't get along at the time. I was a fine artist, like charcoals and sketching and pencil drawings, so on and so forth. So computers, I was just like, no, that's not going to work for me. But eventually I got really good at it, or semi-good. I wasn't, you know, and I became a sign maker. Anyways, long story short. But, you know, the manual work, I guess my point is the manual work's kind of in my blood. I always default to doing things by hand, I guess, is the moral of my story. So, all right, so we have the coffee mug or hot cocoa mug together, and I still have that space in the middle, which is where my card is going to fit so nice and snugly in there. And then when I want to read the journaling, I'll have that candy cane on there and we'll just pull it out. So that's how that's gonna work. Hi Teresa, welcome. Julie likes fussy cutting. I've got to get way better at fussy cutting. I stink at it. It does take practice and patience, lots of patience. But I like, you know, a good way to practice is to take some of those pattern papers that have like big florals on them, or, you know, leaves or other big images, and just cut some of those out. And then in the process, you gain some more ephemera for your layouts, and you know, you don't have to be perfect. And especially practice maybe on a paper that you don't really care for. So even if you do chop it up and you don't like the outcome of your fussy cutting, it's not that big of a deal because you didn't care for the paper to begin with. But I always just like to put on like a podcast or a TV show when I have to fussy cut, and I just listen why I cut away. And it doesn't really take that long once you get started. All right, so this is the little candy cane. So I'm adding the red to the top here. And then I'm going to do the same for the back, because this candy cane is going to show up on the inside of the mug when you open it. So I wanted to make sure that the candy cane was completed on both sides. So I'm just using my Aleene's tacky, quick dry tacky glue, my favorite glue, and I'm using it in a fine line bottle so I can get that fine application. Makes it really easy. And it will stick well too. And I still can't find my tweezers. I went looking for those earlier and I could not find them. So I'm gonna have to keep searching, because that would have made it a little easier to put these little pieces on. All right. And what I like about this glue is that you have a little bit of time to play. So if you don't get it on perfectly, right out the gate, you can still move things around a little bit before it actually sticks. Oop. There we go. There's our little candy cane. And then, so what I need to figure out is how far the candy cane needs to go up. So before I do that, I am going to put my whipped cream on here so I can see how tall that is. So we're going to glue that together. All right, we got some more chatting going on here. Last crop, I fussy cut a tree with limbs. Wow, good for you, Dee. It was a tedious, but it turned out really good on the layout. Yeah, sometimes those really intricate fussy cutting adventures, you know, halfway through you're just like, what am I doing? Is this going to be worth it? But most often than not, it is. So good for you. I bet it was stunning. I bet it was. Arthur doesn't help. Yeah. I need to find the best kind of scissors. So I'm a little partial, but these are my favorite scissors for fussy cutting. These are the close to my heart fine point scissors. These are great. I have 2 pairs. I love them so much. And they work they're very nice. They're comfortable on the hand, and they're nice and sharp, and they work really, really well. So these are my absolute favorite fussy cutting scissors. So that's what I recommend. Having a good pair of scissors does make all the difference. It really does. And I just realized I had a piece here. There we go. All right, some more glue to add the little dimensional piece to the whipped cream. Just gives it a little texture instead of just a flat piece of cardstock. And you can go back in and, you know, add some stickles or some mixed media to give it a little like a sparkle if you want. Try a finger blade. It's like X-Acto, and if it's, oh, that's a neat idea, Dee. A finger blade. That's really, I've never heard of that. That would be interesting. Yeah, sometimes the X-Acto is way better than having a pair of scissors. You can maneuver it a lot easier. Oh, hi. Yes, welcome. Do I sell? I do not sell close to my heart, but actually my mother does. Grace here on the chat, she is a close to my heart consultant. If you're interested, she can post the link to those scissors. I absolutely love them. Okay, so we don't need any more glue at the moment. I am going to need it for the cup of cheer, but we're not going to do that quite yet. And again, I'm going to put this whipped cream, I'm going to attach it with some red line tape, just because I can see people like grabbing and opening the booklet by the whipped cream. So I just want to make sure it's stuck really good. Really good. Fiskars makes the finger blades. Interesting. I'm going to have to check those out. Yeah, hey, Mom, are you able to post your Close to My Heart link so folks can shop for those scissors? If you can figure out how to do that. They are pretty great. I like them a lot. Okay, there is our whipped cream. Isn't that cute already? I just think it's so adorable. All right, so now we're going to get the card back in here. And so I want this card to kind of fit. I want it to be hidden. And then hopefully I can get that. Oh, perfect. I can get that candy cane to stick. So that's halfway through the back. Okay. Hopefully I can get it to stick well enough with the red line tape so that you can yank on it and it's not like a big deal. Okay. We'll see. We'll see if that works. That's how I see it in my head anyway. All right, this one's out. Yeah, Close to My Heart paper. Love Close to My Heart paper. They actually just had a Black Friday sale as well. I actually really like their cardstock too. I picked up, they had their white and their black on sale for Black Friday. And so I snagged that because I really like their cardstock. They have wonderful paper kits. I do the Twisted Sisters. I haven't actually been able to do the last couple just because life's been crazy, but if you guys go over and check my channel, I've joined in on the Twisted Sisters YouTube hop a couple of times where I've used Close to My Heart products and kind of twisted it up a little bit. So that's been super fun as well. All right, that feels pretty secure. So I will journal later, but let's fit that in here. And now it's not cooperating. Oh, it's because my candy cane. All right, so fit that in here. There we go. So my journaling card is hidden. Isn't that adorable? Oh my gosh, it's so cute. That worked exactly how I was hoping it would. And you can kind of tilt it a little bit. And then so you would just pull the journaling card out and then it could go back in. So cute. Oh my gosh. Okay, adorable, adorable. All right, so now we're gonna do our cup of cheer. And so I cut this out of the silhouette as well. Just picked a fun little scripty font that I liked. And I just wrote it out and resized it. Nothing really super fancy. You know, I'm a big fan of the whimsical scripty fonts. And so I'm just going to kind of get it placed how I like it. And then there's actually another piece that's missing. I'm going to have to find that. Let's go up a little bit. There we go. So I'm going to get some glue and we're going to tack this down. Thank you. All right. I think it's really cute. Who was I? I think I was watching, I can't pronounce her last name. I think her first name is Kristen. And I can't remember her last name. But she does a lot of December dailies, and she made a cute little like flip book in one of her December dailies, and what was it? I don't know if I think it might have been about movies, like their favorite movies, or books. Actually, it might have been books, and she made this cute little like flip book about the book she was reading with some journaling in there, and that's what kind of sparked this idea for me. Was I was like, oh, I could make a little, I wanted to make a little flip book, and then I don't know, I was just thinking about my story I had to tell or wanted to tell, which was the hot chocolate bar story. Well, and I was like, ooh, I could make a cocoa mug and like, turn it into a booklet. So watching those other videos and the creativeness from the other super talented YouTubers and crafters out there, really helps spark some of these ideas. Nothing's original for me. It's always driven from something else. I'm inspired a lot. Am I going to write pull in it so people know to pull it out? I'm not sure. That's a good point. I'm not sure, like I feel like that might take away the aesthetic a little bit, but maybe I can make like a cute little flag or something and write pull. But you do make a good point, like how are people going to know there's journaling behind there? I'm not sure. I need some hot chocolate. And now I think I need a silhouette. Yes, Julie, I love the silhouette. I know there's a lot of folks that are a fan of the Cricut as well. If, my understanding, or my experience, I should say, with the Cricut is it's very user friendly, especially if it's just really user friendly from a design software standpoint. And then the Silhouette has a lot more design freedom. So easy, both of them are easy to learn. I just feel like the Silhouette gives you a lot more like creative freedom in their design software. Now it's been a really long time since I've used Cricut. They may have changed it, but that's why I originally bought the Silhouette, was because at the time, and I have a Cameo 3, I think, or 2, I'm not sure what number it is, to be honest with you. But I have an older one. I really, really like their design software. It's, if you're familiar at all, it kind of reminds me of Adobe Illustrator. Like, you have a lot of freedom to do what you want. So definitely encourage having a electronic cutting machine if you can. There's so much possibility. And then I see D saying, I need some hot chocolate. Yes. So I just recently bought at Target this sea salt caramel hot chocolate. Oh my gosh, it was so good. That's what I had over the weekend with the kids. Delicious, absolutely delicious. Not too sweet. It was so good. And then actually I had one this morning and I mixed it in with my coffee. So I made like a mocha coffee, hot coffee, and it was just absolutely delicious. So really, really good. Okay, so now we're at the part where we're going to start putting our booklet together. So I am going to attach the photos to the mug and just be pretty generous with the tape just to make sure they stick. I don't feel like I need to do red line here just because they're photos and they're just gonna stick to the bottom here, or stick to the base. But for the hinge, I'm definitely gonna do red line. And so now we just got to make sure we can get them lined up. That's always the fun part, right? Awesome. All right. There is page number 1. I need to spend time learning my Cricut. Yes, definitely. If you've invested in a machine, invest in the time to learn, because you'll be so thankful. And the fact that they have like pens now that you can like write stuff before you cut it out is super awesome. And then for those of you who, I've just recently started to get into, I think what they call hybrid scrapbooking. So using digital files, and you can, and they have like digital stamps you can add to your photos, or you can print out your journaling cards. So the cool thing is that you can actually input those files into software, you know, like, well, I use Photoshop, but I'm sure there's some free versions out there. So you can input those digital files, like for example, a journaling card, and then you can write your journaling on the computer on the card, and then you print it out. Or you can take your photo and you could add one of those digital stamps on your photo before you print it out. And so you're doing a little bit of digital work, and then but you're printing it out and creating like a physical scrapbook with it. And it's really fun to be able to do that fun sort of stuff with your electronic die cutting machine too. So definitely encourage you to learn. There's so much you can do. So much. Okay, so here's where I'm hoping the whole my idea of this coffee mug handle being the hinge, I'm hoping it's going to work. So we're going to test it out right now with these 2 pieces. Fingers crossed it works as I think it will. Now, I know this is going to be a little bulky. I was prepared for that, but I'm okay. I don't mind a little bulk in my album. And then my only other thing that I'm curious to see how it behaves is, how flat is it going to lay after, I put it all together. So that will be another interesting thing to see once this comes together. But either way, even if it doesn't lay flat, I still think this is going to be super cute when it's all done. All right. I really have an old Cricut. Just sits in my cupboard. Oh, Julie, you could still have fun with it. It's a, sometimes I don't feel like doing my die cutting machine. I don't use it all the time. My Silhouette, I don't use it all the time, but whenever I do pull it out, I'm so glad that I did. I really am. And I just realized I need to trim this a little bit, but I'll do that after. Okay, moment of truth here. Let's get it lined up. Oh, the top's not lined up. Let's try that again. Sorry, I just need to focus. There we go. All right. So we have it attached. And so my thought is, so the photo is coming up a little bit, so I probably should have adhered the photo a little bit, as you can see. So what I'm gonna do is, you know what? I might add a little tape there too. So those little pieces, because if I go to fold it back, they're gonna get stuck, they're gonna crease up. I hope that's making sense. So I'm gonna see if we can't tape those down, and I won't fold it as much for the hinge. All this engineering stuff that you trial and error, you got to try and figure out as you put this stuff together. All right, let's see here. So we got some red line tape. I'm just trying to get that off. Okay. So let's see if we can't, and now I have it stuck to me. All right, I'm gonna lift this up just so slightly. Put those back down. There we go. Much better. Okay, so there is your flip book. Isn't that cute? I just absolutely love it. So we gotta crease that as well. So there we go. So that's gonna flip that way. So cute, right? Oh, I'm so pleased with this. Awesome, awesome. Okay, let's keep adding. All right, paper engineering, it's what we do. Dee, you're spot on. I love that. We should coin that, paper engineering. I don't have many cartridges and it doesn't connect to internet. Oh, I get it, Julie. Yeah, totally get it. Worth playing with still, just to get a feel for it and see if it's something you like. Kathy is one of the very first ones too. Only a few cartridges. I think I used it once. They definitely have come a long way with the design software and not needing the physical cartridges anymore. So, play around with what you have and maybe it'll be, you might find that you like it and it might be worth an investment later on down the road. I have an old version in the maker. I love the old one as well. Internet's not always available. That makes sense. Okay, so, all right, we're going to keep adding to our album. And let's see how it goes, right? I do think this is pretty darn cute, though. I'm so pleased with it. It's so nice when your ideas come to life, right? So fun. Right? And these photos are just too cute. This one cracks me up. So I asked the kids to, I said, go in front of the tree and let me, they had a lot of fun making their hot cocoa. We had marshmallows and chocolate syrup and whipped cream and sprinkles, and we had Hershey Kisses. And I got those little like Christmas, little Debbie Christmas tree cakes, just as a fun little, you know, treat to go along with the hot chocolate. And, you know, they had a ton of fun building their hot cocoa. And I was like, all right, let me take a picture of you, you know, in front of the tree. And Wyatt, as of lately, I'm like, can you give me a smile? And this is what he does. He has this like super fake, cheesy, full grin. And it just like cracks me up. And I'm like, come on, but could I have like a real smile? He's like, I am. And so this is what I get. And, you know, I'll take it. I will take it. But it really makes me laugh. So that's what I got. But at least he's smiling and he's kind of sort of looking at the camera. So like I said, I definitely will take it as a win. But he was a good sport about it. And he really liked it. He had fun. He had fun doing his hot chocolate. And that's really the most important part. And he tolerates my picture taking, and so does Natalie. So we had a good time. It was a fun little easy treat to do over the weekend. You know, we kind of hunkered down. We didn't go anywhere. We just laid low. So we, you know, we had, I think we had the movie Elf on in the background, and we just made some fancy hot chocolates and had a good old, and I think the same day we did our gingerbread houses as well. So we had hot chocolate and we made gingerbread houses. And so, which I did that story already. So I've already done my stories 6 and 7, and I'll show those to you at the end when we put this in the album. Those are pretty basic, but I wanted to get them done. I'm doing a pretty good job keeping up with this project, actually. I wanted to get them done and in the album so I can share those with you. But yeah, we did hot cocoa and gingerbread houses that day, which was fun. And the next day, we wrote our letters to Santa. So it was a really, you know, festive weekend full of a whole bunch of Christmas type fun and activities. And then we finally got Wyatt to watch Home Alone, and he loves it. So I'm so thankful for that. That's like one of our favorite movies, and he absolutely loves it. So we haven't got him on board with Elf yet, but maybe by the time Christmas comes, we'll get him warmed up to that movie. But he finally likes Home Alone, so we'll take that as a win. All right, so again, I'm just going to fold these as I go, just to give them a little bit of, you know, pre-crease here. And again, let's just see how this works. I think this is so cute. Again. So this is going to be taken out of the album to look at. You're not really going to lay it flat. So that hinge works really good. So pleased with it. Okay. All right. We're almost done with this. And so, like I said, you know, this did take a little bit of prep work. It took some time, you know, to cut out all the pieces and to cut out all the photos to match the coffee mugs. But I tell you what, you guys are seeing this right now. Like, totally worth all the effort, right? I think, anyway. Totally worth all the prep work and time. Oh, wow, my ATG is really squeaky. Sorry, guys. Oh, sorry, Christina. Feel better. I lost my train of thought. Oh, so even though this was like a labor of love, you know, a lot of prep work, a lot of time went into, I gotta look that up. You know, cutting and prepping the photos so they match the size of the coffee mugs and so on and so forth. I think the end result is totally worth all of that time. So remind yourself of that when you're just like, oh, you know, I really don't want to do any of these interactive pieces. Just think about what it's going to be like in the end. You know, it might be worth it. And just do piece by piece. You don't have to get it all done in one night. This took me a total of, I think I did this over 2 nights. Well, and now we're on night 3 because I'm putting it together. But I probably could have got it done in 2 nights if, you know, but I saved, like I said, I saved this for our Friday Night Live. But, yeah, a couple of nights. You don't have to rush this stuff. Enjoy the process. That's what I always like to say. Like, you don't want it to feel like a chore. You want to enjoy it. Enjoy the process. All right, I'm trying to get this lined up, so. There we go. All right. Yes, Home Alone is great. Julie's done 1 page. That's great, Julie. Is this, Julie, remind me, is this your first year doing December Daily? I can't recall. And let's see. Dee says, I collect coffee mugs, and I think I'm going to try this and put photos. Oh, that's a great idea. What a great idea. I love that. And if you do it, please share. I would love to see that. Love to see that. You could do this with any shape, really. So like if you bake cookies, you could maybe make it in a cookie, like a cookie shape, or if you make gingerbread men, you know, you could do this with your gingerbread making photos, like cut it out as a gingerbread man and, you know, make a flip book in the shape of that. You know, you could do a gingerbread house. I think the possibilities are really endless. But that would be cute with the coffee mugs, for sure. All right, last photo. Let's see if we can get it lined up. There we go. So cute. Oh, good. So it is your first year. Are you enjoying it? Are you having fun with the project? I know last year was my first year, and I definitely did not keep up with it like I am this year. I was very new to it, so I took my time, and, you know, I think I completed it in January. And I didn't do any prep work. Like, I know foundation pages is kind of a big thing with December Daily. Some people really like to pre-make their pages before they, and you know, and then they just have to scrap the stories. I don't do that. As you can tell, I let the photos inspire me. So, but are you just kind of scrapping as you go, or have you done some foundation work? Just curious. And what size are you doing? I think you're doing a 6x8 too, actually. I think we talked about this last week, if I recall. I just ordered the 8x10 album from Allie's website. So I've been watching her videos, and I absolutely love that size. Because the kids were looking through their albums the other day, and I've made 12x12 albums. I mean, that's traditionally how most scrapbookers start, right? And then I transitioned to the 9x12 because the 12x12s are just too big. But then I love the 9x12s. However, it's hard to do horizontal layouts in those because, you know, it's a vertical it's a vertical format, vertical size. And so I still do 12x12, so I get that flexibility of creating like horizontal layouts. Don't get me wrong, you can create a horizontal layout in a 9x12, but you have to turn the album sideways to look at them, and I just don't really like that. So when I saw Allie rolled out this 8x10, I was like, oh my gosh, I need to try this because I think that's going to be my perfect size for my everyday scrapbooking. So I can't wait to get it and try it. I'm like really, really excited about that size. It's fun. I'm being pretty easygoing about it. I didn't do foundation. Oh, so you're doing the 10x8. Oh my gosh, what do you think of that size? I'm like super pumped to get, I cannot wait. I'm so excited. All right, guys, as I'm chatting away here, there is our cup of cheer. And I did have like a little piece here that like showed some dimension in the mug, and it seems to have walked off. That's all right. I'll find that later. It was just a little cut piece, that one right there. But anywho, all right. So here's that. Oh, I need to put my 5. So I have decided to do the numbering. Initially, at first, I wasn't going to number my stories, but again, I've been so inspired by watching all these other talented ladies out there, and the numbers just look so fun. And it totally, like, I kind of get it now. So I actually found I had a set of gold thicker numbers in my stash. I'm like, you know what? I'm just going to start numbering my stories. And I've really enjoyed it. So there's my number 5 going right there on my mug. And then here is 5, story 5, excuse me, all done. So all we need to do is add it to the album. So this is going on the back of story 4, which was the little flip out I did of Santa's letters. So let's attach that. All right, Julie, I like it, but my favorite is 12 by 12. I totally get it. I do love 12 by 12 too. It's just, when you get those albums full, it's just so big and heavy. Like, my grandmother tries to look through them and she just can't. She can't lift the albums. And so that's really what prompted me to look for other sizes. Because I was thinking about it. I'm like, one day I'm going to be my grandmother. And I'm still going to want to be able to, be able to look at the albums. Now, granted, you can put it on a coffee table, but that's not always convenient. Sometimes you like to lift it up and look at the photos because they're small, or, they can be small. So that's really kind of drove this discovery of maybe another size. But, I may find that too, that I just can't, walk away from the 12 by 12 as well. So, okay, so here is the story 4 that we did, and now on this side is number 5 with hot chocolate, and then the little coffee mug, which is just going to sit in here just like this. I'm just wondering if we do any little extras. Like, there's these cute little peppermints on here. Gonna add some little embellishments. Might have a little snowflake somewhere. Oh, you know what? I have these will be better because I have 3 of those. I just want to decorate this a little bit more. It's kind of bland, just with the white lettering. These are little leather stickers from Hip Kit Club. Aren't they cute? I love them. All right, so there's our little cup of cheer. So it just clips right in to the album. So when you're flipping through, the thought was that this comes out and you just can flip through like a little book and see all the adorableness of the hot cocoa bar. Now, I'm just wondering, do I do any sort of, like, I could do some tiny words on these pictures. Like this little cute little one here. Oh, what fun. Because it was fun. We had such a good time. So let's do an oh, what fun there. And we got sweet treats. Which is cute. Because just thinking about what else I have coming up. trying to think where we want to put that. We'll put it right there. Sweet treats. And then the last one is, there's a Love This right here. It's in blue. You know what? How about Life is Good? Oh, 'Tis the Season. Let's do that. And then I can put that right next to Natalie. Because it is 'Tis the Season for hot chocolate, right? Cute. Just a little bit of embellishing. All right. Oh, Teresa, sending prayers to you as well. I hope all goes well. Thanks, Dee. So I don't want to do too much embellishing because I kind of want it to be flat, but there's the little booklet. I'm so pleased. So there we have it. Story number 5. All done. I still need to do my journaling. And you know, I may think about pizzazzing this cup up a little bit more. I'm not sure. But for now, I'm going to leave it. I might come in with some like stickles and add a little shimmer to my whipped cream. You know, give it a little sparkle. But overall, I'm super pleased with how this came out. Super fun project. I just think it's so cute. So yay, I'm so happy. So then I'll show you guys since you're on here. So we'll flip this over. Any suggestions on what I do on the back? So I haven't thought about the back. I could see if I have like another fun little saying. I've got tons of like words, traditions, stickers. Not really sure what to do back there. I haven't thought that far ahead, so you guys always are great about coming up with wonderful ideas about, I could do, see the next one is layout 7, which is the gingerbread house. I could do a little gingerbread house maybe. I don't really have much for gingerbread houses though. Have Wyatt write his name. The big circle sticker. Show that again. Okay, hold on. Let me find it. So I have a reef one right here. And then I have this fun little doodly one with some flowers on it. And then I have this cute little reindeer mug. Some candy canes. I don't think I have anything that's like significantly large. You know, that would fill up a lot of the mug. Could definitely have Wyatt. Oh, we got a nice just little heart. What if we just did a heart on the back of the mug? Oh, the doodly reef with a snowflake in the middle. Okay. Snowflakes, we got votes. Okay. Let's do it then. So we'll do our little, we'll do that right in the middle. And then we will do, hi Wendy, the snowflake. How did they fit that in? Oh, okay, I see. It looked like it was kind of centered. Must have fit right in there with the flower. Heart too small. There we go. I get it, Kathy. Thank you. I agree. I liked the red on red, but if it was bigger, it would have been nicer. So there we go. Cute little. So Wendy, you just showed up. I'll give you a quick little peek of what we've done here. So we created a little album, and journaling's tucked in here behind the candy cane. And then you open it up and you have photos of our cute little hot chocolate bar that we did over the weekend. And then everyone was just helping me design the back. And there you have it. So this cute little coffee mug or hot chocolate album. Thank you guys. That does look really great. I'm seeing it on the screen now, and I think this looks so cute. Oh, hi, Nicola. Oh, from London. Oh, wow. 2:24 a.m. Late. Basketball Friday again for Wendy. Yes, good. Well, I hope you had fun, and I hope maybe they won. Been working on Christmas Journal. Good for you. So yeah, that was the fun we had tonight. Definitely watch the replay. And then I'll share with you guys real quick. This is story 6. I just did a couple of simple layouts because I just love these photos so much as is. I just thought it'd be nice just to throw some simplicity in here, in the album, because I have this interactive coffee mug piece just before it. So I didn't want to do something else two-dimensional or interactive on this side. So I have these really cute pictures of everybody building the gingerbread houses. And so I just thought they were wonderful just by themselves. So I just stuck them in the pockets, added a little December traditions and number 6. And I have a video coming out on this tomorrow to share stories 6 and 7, but you guys are getting a little sneak peek. Not much to tell, really, but I did want to send the message that all your layouts in any of your albums, but especially December Daily, don't have to be super complex or interactive or fancy or involved. It's really good just to add some basic photo spreads in there too, to kind of even out all the creativeness throughout your album, kind of give it a break. And you oftentimes have those photos that just tell the story as is, like they're just so impactful that they don't really need anything. And so that's how I felt about these photos. I didn't really need anything. They told the story. And so I just put them in the album as is. So it's just a reminder that you don't have to do really involved things all the way through your December Daily. So that's my little message to you. But anywho, so story 6 is gingerbread houses, and then story 7 was, again, another simple spread, just because, well, 1, I had the page protector and I needed to use both sides, but 2, again, these photos, I just love them so much. My husband and Wyatt went out to play golf, and it was super cold out, but they went out to swing the golf club, and this is pictures of my son swinging the golf club, hitting golf balls into the woods. That's what they like to do. They have the little like lightweight ones so they don't go very far, but Wyatt's just old enough. He just turned 5, so he'll be able to do some golf summer camps this year, so very excited about that. But he just loves it. My husband's passionate about the sport, and so it was just a sweet little like father-son moment that I captured and wanted to, again, tell the story. But so I don't have any journaling in here yet, but I could add it to the back of this journal card that I made if I really want to. Not sure yet. Again, they kind of speak volumes as is. So, but I did make this little card. So I had this pine tree card in my stash. Also, this wood veneer was in my stash. I think it was in Elle Studios. And then this cute little die cut tree. And then I just added some tiny words from an Allie Edwards sticker sheet. It says, "Love this moment, good times, and finding joy." And then the number 7. So 2 really simple layouts to complete stories 6 and 7. So again, I really feel like that balances out what I've done so far in this album. So sneaky peeky at what's coming tomorrow on my channel, but thought I would share with you guys. So I really hope that you enjoyed this process, and if you guys give this little flipbook idea a try, please make sure to share it on the Facebook page. I'd love to see your creations. I really would. Thank you guys for all your help and great conversation as usual. And I will see you next week. We'll do some more December Daily. And yeah, have fun, enjoy your weekend, and do some fun festive things if you can. At the very least, get some crafting in and some scrapping. And oh, you guys are so sweet. Thank you, Kathy. Thank you. Have a great night. Talk to you later. Bye.